Sup Dudes, I'm Nate Heater.
And I'm Frank Lamantia.
And we are the Sup Dudes. Coming at you from a car at a parking lot. Oh, in a parking lot at a movie theater. You're messing me up now with that. But anyway, you know what that means. Movie review time.
Movie review time.
You missed it.
Is that right?
I'm
too excited.
All right, well, first off, I just want to get this out of the picture. Sixers are playing tonight, which is why I'm dressed up like this. At this point of us filming, we don't know if they won, so we'll put up if they won or lost right now, right here. Now, let's get to the real reason why we're talking.
Big whoop.
We just saw the movie In the Heights.
In the Heights.
Which is an adaptation of the Broadway musical, In the Heights.
Yes.
Now, we didn't look it up beforehand, but I know they were nominated for a couple things, so we're going to put the nominations right here. For what they were nominated for on Broadway.
Okay.
But the movie stars Lin-Manuel Miranda, because he's the writer and the original Usnavi from the Broadway version.
The main character.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Anthony Ramos, who you might know from Hamilton, which Lin-Manuel also wrote. By the way, Lin-Manuel, as you all know, was Hamilton in Hamilton. It stars Stephanie Beatriz. If you don't know who she is, if you're a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, you know Rosa.
It's his wife.
That's not my wife. That's Melissa Barrera.
Oh, it's Melissa?
That's Melissa Barrera.
Oh.
With my poor
Sorry.
Spanish accent. Barrera.
Go ahead.
She plays Vanessa, but
that's his wife.
That's my wife. We had to throw that in there for that. Christopher Jackson, who was George Washington in Hamilton. He was also in this. We can't forget about Mr. Jimmy Smits. And we also can't forget about the Spanish legend himself, Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony.
You have to throw him in there whenever he's in the movie.
He had a cameo in it, but he was, I mean, as short as it was, he was incredible. I mean, if you've seen him in anything, if you know him as a singer and stuff,
you know his work.
This little bit of acting was really good. He was very convincing.
And I guess at this point, we usually say our first opening remarks, and I'm just going to say, wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
We can't do that. That's copyright.
Can't use that.
No, we can't.
Give credits.
All right, that was from Pitch Meeting that Screen Rant does. I love
that guy.
We're obsessed with
Or is it those
them.
guys? That guy playing those guys.
Yeah, anyway.
We
got to talk about this In the Heights movie because I really wanted to see it.
I mean, OMG, or should I say ADM for Ay Dios Mío. This was a friggin' good movie.
Now, the one thing I will say is that it's based mostly around people from the Dominican, and Frank over here is Puerto Rican.
Well, actually, I mean, I was wondering, I know Washington Heights is a Dominican neighborhood. In the movie, it was portrayed as Dominican, Puerto Rican. They even threw in some Mexicans and Cubans in there. In one of the scenes, they kind of tipped to all those countries. Even though Puerto Rico's not a country, but still.
Part of the U.S., baby.
It was, so I didn't know it was a Latin diverse
area.
Neighborhood. I thought it was primarily Dominican. I'm from New York, so this is what I'm going from experience. So maybe I was off. I don't know. Maybe the movies just wanted to throw in some extra Latin ethnicities because the actors. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, honestly. And I'm not complaining. I'll be honest. I'm not complaining.
It's just
so let's get to
more spice for the movie.
Let's get to the goods because we're probably gonna
Latin food is nice and spicy. I don't mean hot spicy. I mean flavorful spice.
Caliente spice.
Not caliente spice.
Caliente. So let's get to the goods because we're probably gonna have a lot of them. First off, the music. Absolutely loved every single song.
Fantastic.
Usually when I go see a musical now. I'm community theater. I'm not an actual big time actor. I just do community theater on the side. And the reason why I'm saying that because usually when I go see other musicals for certain things, there's usually one or two songs that I hate. Even in one of my favorite movies, The Greatest Showman, there's a couple songs that I don't like at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one, I didn't hate a single song. I'll be honest.
And also being from New York, I've seen a couple of Broadway shows. When they were on sale or when I got free tickets or gifts or whatever, because they're very expensive.
Off-Broadway?
But I've seen off-Broadway too, but I've seen legitimate Broadway shows, and I've seen a couple of musicals, and a lot of times they're very cheesy.
Yeah.
Okay? this definitely was not, and I think it's because of the Latin flavor. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. It's just a fact. Latin music is amazing.
I mean, you have me, a white guy, who enjoyed it. Come on. Then again, I do have ties to Society on Latino Affairs at the University of Millersville, or Millersville University.
He's an honorary Latino.
According to them.
No, you just have to move on from nachos and tacos in the food area.
Hey, they fed me.
I'm working on it.
They fed me well at Millersville, okay? For pastelillos, empanadas.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta do it on your own now too, you know.
So,
but
that's one good thing, is the music.
Music. Because
you always gotta have music. Then we gotta throw in the dancing. Bunch of hot Latina women.
All right, let's not get ourselves in trouble here.
A bunch of.
And I don't mean that. I know that means a bad word. That's not how. It's one of the characters' name is Cooper.
A bunch of attractive Latina women dancing is always a big plus.
Well, that's redundant.
Oh yeah.
Attractive Latina.
There you go.
That's redundant.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that one.
We all know that.
So the dancing was good. The acting was good.
The acting, surprisingly, was very,
and
very good.
usually for a musical,
yeah,
you could always find like one bad character that you don't care for. Again, I didn't find anyone I didn't like.
And again, with the acting in musicals, since the focus is on the singing and dancing, sometimes the acting suffers.
Exactly.
This was amazing. So.
Camera work, because you kept telling me about certain transitions.
Oh my God.
And here's the thing, I want to point this out. If you've seen a bunch of our other reviews, he always points to me whenever I say stuff about like camera work. This is the first time he was actually leaning over to me like, that was amazing. That transition was amazing. Like,
yes,
this is a movie he could appreciate the camera work.
If I can pick up on, some of the technical stuff that if it made an impression on me, then it's really good. Because usually I don't care about that stuff.
So he was talking about that the whole time.
It was just several times really good.
What was funny was there was a lot of times that I kept leaning over to Frank. I'm like, is that what they did in New York? Is that what they did in that? Is that what happens in New York?
Okay, now this was not my neighborhood.
No, because he's from the Bronx. This took place in Washington Heights. Washington. Anthony Ramos says you have to watch the movie to understand our reference.
But we're not making fun. This is the way
he says
it's pronounced. Latin people pronounce it.
I mean, other than that, like.
But what was he saying?
We're talking about.
And I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway,
camera work.
All that stuff. Really good.
I'm going to get my one bad thing out of the way.
Okay. Really?
My one bad thing.
You found one?
Yes.
Go ahead.
One bad thing that I had to end.
I was just going to jump in and say that.
That it had to end. I love that. Well, I also want to say.
I had to go to the bathroom, so I'm glad it ended.
I loved Lin-Manuel Miranda singing Piragua. Piragua.
We're about to gonna get the
the ratings.
The Reading version of Piragua.
Rita's cough. Oh, not sponsored. Sorry.
No, we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by Big Ice Cream.
But they are good.
Do you have any bads? Besides that it ended?
Not really. Just
I'm sweating right now like crazy.
There was one thing, and we spoke about it towards the end there, that was a little illogical. We're not sure. We're gonna have to check, but it was like a timeline
little information
illogicality there.
Yeah.
So but it's not a big deal.
It doesn't take away from the movie.
No, it does not. It's just for a nitpicker like me and Nate.
I mean,
he didn't even pick up on it until I told him, but he said, "Oh yeah, you're right."
I mean, I can keep going on and on about this movie. I just want to go to the ratings.
It's just, I mean, the dance numbers were insane. And what was your favorite?
Favorite song?
The favorite dance number, musical number. I should say musical number because I was singing and dancing.
All right, so I loved all of them, but if I had to choose one that I absolutely was loving the whole time,
don't pick mine.
I have two of them.
Pick mine.
I have two of them. It's either got to be Carnaval de Barrio, or Fireworks. I think it's called Fireworks. I don't know for 100%. I'll put the real name right here if it isn't Fireworks.
Well, I mean, they said it enough. It probably is.
Yeah. Those are the two that I was constantly singing the whole time. I mean, don't get me wrong. The opening number is still good because you got to have a good opening number.
Yep.
But
and my favorite was, and this is not just for the singing, and not just for the dancing, but the way it was performed.
Yes.
Because it was in a public pool, so there was a lot of water splashing, but it added to the whole thing. There were shots underwater, almost like the precision the precision swimmers in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
But not that cheesy. And it was called 96,000.
Yep.
Amazing number. And they were all pretty amazing, to be honest. And the Courtyard one
Oh yeah.
was good.
Carnaval de Barrio.
That was Carnaval de Barrio, yeah. That one, I guess that would be my second.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I really have nothing bad to say about this movie. Nothing.
Nope. So at this point, we're going to give the ratings. I'm just going to make it quick. 10 piraguas out of 10 piraguas.
10 piraguas, okay.
10 piraguas out of 10 piraguas.
And I'm going to give it 10 café con leche.
Out of?
Out of 10.
Oh. Well, you
You
usually...
didn't know it was 10?
All right, look, I took Spanish 5 in high school. I barely passed, so I know my numbers.
And for those of you who don't know, café con leche is the standard way Latins drink coffee.
Yep.
And they like it light and sweet usually. And they heat the milk. Kind of like a poor man's cappuccino.
Well, they call it a barrio, and we looked it up that it's kind of like what it means is like kind of ghetto-ish.
Well, it depends. It depends on who you're talking and the reason why you're using it. Barrio technically means neighborhood. Usually a Latin neighborhood because it's a Latin word.
Yeah.
Latin neighborhood.
But that's over in like Spain or like
in
the
it could be a
Latin
little
countries.
economically distressed. I'm gonna be nice about it.
Little. There was a
But,
blackout.
No, that was the city. That wasn't just the neighborhood. And usually it's because you're using too much power. So if everyone has air conditioners, you can't be that economically stressed. But yeah, there's a blackout that's instrumental in the movie, and we're gonna check the timeline to see if it actually happened at that time. Because living in New York, I lived through a couple of blackouts.
Well, first off, we gotta let them know what our average score is.
I think they can figure that out.
I mean, you don't know. We just gotta help the people out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little not flavorful because it's piraguas and coffee mixed together. But
do we recommend this movie? I mean, come on.
what do you think? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, we're not forcing you.
Amazing movie, and you have to see it on the big screen.
And
you have to.
And actually, I'm gonna go out of order. I'm gonna make sure this video gets uploaded before the other ones that need to be uploaded, just so you can go see it right away.
We have a couple in the wings, but this one's gonna jump to the head of the list.
So that way you go out and see it.
So it's out in a timely fashion and it's still in theaters when you see it.
I mean, you may see this video on Facebook, you may see it on YouTube, you may see it on both. Just so we can get our word out more that you guys need to see this movie.
It's an excellent movie.
And I mean, like, going in, I was a little biased because I loved Hamilton. I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love, like, what he writes, his music. I love his... I know you're not a big fan of rap, but his rhyme scheme...
That was another thing. I am not a big fan of rap.
No.
But in this movie, it works. It really, really works. And a lot of the dialogue was sung, not as a song, not as a rap. It was just sung as dialogue.
A lot of theater people know what that is.
And it worked. It was nice. It was almost like I was gonna say, you know how like whenever there's a movie that's all sung, no spoken words, it's all sung. It's called like a rock opera or something. Well, this is not rock, so if anything, this might be
Latin opera.
Well, like a bachata opera or merengue opera, whatever you want to call it. But there was some spoken dialogue, so it wasn't a true opera. It was a musical.
Well,
it is a musical, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Well, on that note, I'm sweating. And I want to get some Redding Piragua
because we turned the car off
just so you can hear us pretty well.
Yeah, so you don't hear the noise.
We have a little air going. I don't know if you can pick up on it, but we need something.
Yes, and we don't open the windows because people still walking around in the parking lot.
Nope.
Anyway,
well,
see how we suffer for you guys.
With that being
literal sweat off our brow.
I'm sweating like crazy, so I'm going to end it right now. I'm Nate Heater.
And I'm Frank Lamantia.
And we are the Sup Dudes. So long.
Take care. We're going to get some piragua.
Yeah, we go. Oh my God, that was such an amazing movie.
Amazing.
Like, I just can't say it.
This is the best.
No, it was just like...
Go see it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Nobody, but at the same time, it was like, this is like my first 10 out of 10 that has to be it.
This was a lot of somebodies, let me tell you. It was really good.
A lot of Latinas.
Make cucas from Orange is the New Black.
All right, we'll have to put that in there.
All right.
Hopefully by now we've like faded out.
Hopefully.